No.
Hands up, hands up.
No, y'all don't need to make it sit. The rest don't call that. Trying to rep, yeah.
Devin's been a bit dismissive of a fight with yourself. Why is that?
Cause he know what Devin been in the ring with me. We done spar. You know what the fuck I done did to him. Every time we got in the ring, Devin knew I was the. Like I said, every time me and Devin got in the ring, I always showed that I was the better fighter. It was.
Oh, that's easy work. Haney, you know that's easy work. We boxed before, you know that's easy work. We boxed a few times. That's why I'm plotting my come up to 147. Let him go grab that WBO, come up to 47, take the quick snatchies. Give me that. You know what I'm saying? Go take that.
2026 is going to be a big year for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big year.
We went to Vegas.
Yeah.
All the time. By ourselves. Devin Haney came again.
Too deep.
We in that bitch by ourselves.
That's right.
Bill Haney talking about, you gonna leave Vegas alive. Motherfucker, I'm still here and I'm still alive, nigga.
That's right, that's right.
I'm still here and I'm still alive, baby.
Right.
Undefeated, baby. 20-0.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? World champion, undefeated world champion. Who we took the belt from? Another undefeated world champion.
The boxing community is stunned. News is circulating that Devin Haney didn't merely outbox Richardson Hitchins. He reportedly delivered a knockout during a leaked sparring session that's now sparking massive online attention. This situation surpasses typical gym chatter, reopening a rivalry that began years ago inside Floyd Mayweather's training facility. What once was just competitive banter has escalated into a serious revelation. If the video confirms what many believe, Richardson Hitchins could face irreparable damage to his standing in the sport.
After my last fight, I called Teofimo out right away. Obviously he got other plans, so I don't know what's next. But I'm looking here at the camera. Devin Haney, fuck you, nigga, let's fight. Devin Haney next. Fuck Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Pussies, New York, stand up, baby. We here, baby.
Congratulations, Richardson. Tremendous performance.
Here's the truth behind the clip that set the internet ablaze. There isn't any video showing Haney knocking out Hitchins. The clip Devin Haney shared, the one that sparked all the speculation, actually shows him dominating Liam Perro. That name might ring a bell because Hitchins had previously faced Perro himself. And if we're being frank, Hitchins had a tough time in that matchup. He did win, but the fight lacked excitement, came down to a narrow margin, and drew criticism. He appeared fallible, very much like any regular fighter, and far from unbeatable.
Y'all keep talking about Hitchins. Fuck Hitchins. I don't care about him. Bro, I already know what it is when it comes out of me. Bro, at the end of the day, bro, I'm 12-0, 8 knockouts. About to fight for a world title, 13-0. I'm knocking people out. I'm putting on entertainment performances. I'm selling out arenas, 10,000 fans. What can y'all say, bro?
As soon as that uninspiring fight wrapped up, Devin Haney spotted his chance. He didn't confront Hitchins head-on. Instead, he dug into his archives and released old sparring footage showing him completely dominating Liam Perro. The meaning was immediate and unmistakable to anyone familiar with the boxing world. Haney was essentially conveying, the opponent you barely managed to beat over 12 rounds? I handled him effortlessly years ago. It was a calculated display, a way to embarrass Hitchins without ever directly naming him, sending a clear message through action rather than words.
A bit dismissive of a fight with yourself. Why is that?
Cause he know what Devin been in the ring with me. We done spar. You know what the fuck I done did to him. Every time we got in the ring, Devin knew I was the. Like I said, every time me and Devin got in the ring, I always showed that I was the better fighter. It was never like these guys is neck and neck. I always showed that I was the better fighter. So I just feel like that's probably one of the reasons. He know what I bring to the table, and his way out was just say, oh, he don't got no belt. Go get a belt first, and then show me something. But
how many rounds have you shared with Devin over the years? When was the last time you actually did spar?
Me and Devin last sparred. When was 2019? 2019 was the last time we sparred. Right before the Antonio Moran fight. Yeah. That camp. That was the last time we've been in the ring.
So what can you recall from that spar?
The first day we sparred, I think I landed in Vegas maybe 12 a.m. at night, and then we sparred the next day. Floyd was calling me, telling me not to spar because he said you should get used to the time zone and get used to just the air in Vegas before you spar. That first day we sparred, I think he edged it a little bit. We did 5 rounds. I think I hit him with like a kidney shot. His dad got in the ring. We started fussing. We came back. We boxed at Floyd gym the next 2 days, and it wasn't. You could, like I said, I ain't gonna say it was easy work, but it was me showing that I'm the better fighter. It was me showing. It was not me edging it out. It was just me showing that I'm a level above him.
This is why so many fans are thrown off. When they see Haney's sparring clips, they assume it's him facing Hitchins directly. But the truth is far harsher for Hitchins. Haney is running a proxy battle to demonstrate the hierarchy in the sport. He's making it clear that the opponent Hitchins barely managed to beat was, for him, nothing more than a warm-up. This move undercuts Hitchins's recent win, painting him as a second-tier fighter struggling to keep up with a top-tier contender. It isn't just bravado, it's a calculated strategy to weaken Hitchins's credibility before any official fight is even booked.
You know, I was on Twitter just like an hour ago and I saw Devin tweet at you. You know,
what he said, I was saying about he want to see me win so he could beat me up.
Yeah. What's your response to that?
I don't know, man. The fight is getting close, so I gotta worry about my fight. I can't go back and forth with Twitter to Devin. Devin is off. He's off a big win. He's chilling right now. He got Ramadan coming up. He's just sitting back, you know, watching and being a spectator. So I can't entertain him right now.
Okay. This whole like rivalry between you and him, like how did it start? Was it something where it's just like purely like athletic? Like, hey, I'm the best. You think you're the best. We need to settle this because I feel I'm the best, or is there something more to it?
Yeah, I feel like with me, it always been that. But, you know, Devin always, his thing was trying to say, I'm jealous, I'm on his dick. He'll bring up girls. He'll say I'm broke. He'll say I don't even got a champion. I don't even got a world title. All these other stuff that, you know, that didn't have nothing to do with boxing.
To grasp why Haney went out of his way to humiliate Hitchins, you have to trace the rivalry back to its origin. This feud didn't start online. It began in the sweltering, sweat-filled environment of the Mayweather boxing gym, the so-called doghouse. That's where champions are forged and where the early stories of this clash first emerged. Richardson Hitchins has consistently claimed that he had the upper hand over a young Devin Haney there. On multiple media appearances, Hitchins has recounted in detail how he was landing punches effortlessly, dodging everything Haney threw, and essentially dominating the future undisputed champ. In his account, Haney wasn't the defensive maestro fans know today. He was a fighter under constant pressure, struggling to cope. Hitchins even says he got off on Haney, a boxing term meaning he wasn't just winning, he was enjoying the process of overwhelming him.
All these opponents, Shakur, Keyshawn, Tio, Pitbull, if they all garner you the same amount of money, like which way would you go? Would you go the Haney route because of that, or would you go another route?
I mean, it just got to make sense. And if all the money was aligned, I would go for the guy that, you know, that would make my legacy even bigger, you know? And Shakur's not in the conversation because, you know, that's a guy I grew up with, you know what I'm saying? As far as like really, really intimately, you know, I speak to Shakur every day to this day right now. So it sucks that, you know, obviously he's in my weight, so I can't say, oh, I wouldn't fight him, but I don't want to fight him, you know, obviously. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, you know, I think Devin's mentioned something like meet me at like 147. That's certainly something you would do then, right?
Yeah, of course. He's not a big puncher, so I would do that with no hesitation.
This is a bold statement. If it's accurate, it completely undermines the untouchable image Haney has cultivated throughout his career. The challenge with gym anecdotes, though, is that without visual evidence, they remain just talk. Unlike the Liam Perro footage that exists, no video of Hitchins facing Haney has ever emerged. Floyd Mayweather, who owns the gym and likely has the recording stored away, hasn't commented at all. In the money team world, staying silent usually signals that the reality is more complicated than the version being told. Things get even more peculiar here. Hitchins, aware of the skepticism around his claims, has brought forward a witness. He frequently references a particular female fighter who was present during the session. According to him, she witnessed the entire confrontation, saw Haney being dominated, and reportedly told others afterward that Hitchins had outclassed him. He leans on this unnamed witness as his key proof, the argument meant to show that his story is truthful.
It started off by a girl seen us box. It was a girl, she was a fighter in Mayweather Promotions gym. She watched me and Devin spar each other. And she was we all was like on an Instagram live, and she was kind of telling the people like, she seen me, you know, get off on Devin or get the best of Devin. And I didn't say nothing. Like, I was on a live because I knew it was true. I just didn't say nothing. And at the time, me and Devin was, you know, cordial. We had a good rapport, so he felt like, oh, you should have been, you know, like defending it or saying, nah, that's my guy. After that, somebody tweeted, I think Richardson Hitchins is better than Devin Haney, and I said I am. And then from there, it's just been back and forth.
So it all stems from you feel that sparring then, that live?
But yeah, I feel like, I mean, me and Devin always been competitive. You know, the first thing when Devin sparred me, he said it. He was like, you the truth, but I'm the truth too. So we always had that respect for each other game since kids. It's no surprise that we all on top, all champions, all, you know, I sparred Devin when I was probably 18 years old. He probably was 16, 17. So we always knew about each other. We always knew that, you know, we all was on a collision course to, you know, get into the top of boxing, and we would be the guys that the boxing fans would want to see match up in the future.
But in today's social media world, where attention and exposure are everything, she hasn't appeared anywhere. This fighter hasn't given an interview, hasn't posted on any platform, and hasn't publicly supported Hitchins' version of events. Her absence is striking. Without her confirmation, the whole situation becomes a textbook case of conflicting claims. Until she comes forward or a recording emerges, Hitchins is facing a steep challenge against a champion whose titles speak for themselves.
I did an interview with Marcos Villegas from Fight Hub TV, and he said the real reason that Devin Haney does not like the man. Check it out.
A girl seen us box. It was a girl, she was a fighter in Mayweather Promotions gym. She watched me and Devin spar each other. And she was kind of telling the people like, she seen me, you know, get off on Devin or get the best of Devin. And he's not a big puncher, so I would do that with no hesitation.
Let me sum that up for some of y'all. Richards and Hitchins beat up Devin Haney back in the day and sparring at Floyd Mayweather's gym in front of a female fighter. That female fighter went around saying, Richards and Hitchins is better than Devin Haney. Devin felt some type of way. Hitchins is way better than Devin. But Devin would never fight somebody who beat his head in back in the day in sparring. Devin would never fight Mr. Richards and Hitchins.
He's not a big puncher, so.
You heard the man say Devin is not a big puncher because Devin Haney is not a big puncher. Hitchins knocked out Cambosis. Devin couldn't drop the man once. Devin can't punch.
The conflict between them recently reached a breaking point, but it didn't happen inside a boxing ring. Instead, it unfolded on the streets of New York. This wasn't a scripted media event. This was raw, unfiltered tension. Richardson Hitchins showed up confronting Devin Haney and his father, Bill Haney. While cameras captured everything, the atmosphere was electric and unpredictable, and the animosity between them was unmistakable, practically jumping off the screen.
Can we make it next? Can we make it happen next? You know I'm coming, Devin. You know I'm coming, Devin. You know I'm coming. Oh, we gonna make it happen next. You doing this for clicks? How? You know I've been putting out since I have no belt. I've been putting out since no belt. The next play class, I'm going to the best guy. Number one, Brian Norman. He's the best guy to wait by. Wait, who's the best to wait? Come on, Devin. Come on. No. Best guy to wait class. He's the guy. Okay, so who's out now? Okay. Who's now? Who's the best guy? You motherfucking right. You motherfucking right.
Hitchins was losing it, veins bulging, shouting lines like, "Nobody can done with me." He was clearly attempting to provoke Haney into an immediate confrontation right there on the pavement, but it was Bill Haney, Devin's dad and coach, who completely took over the scene. Rather than retreating, Bill fired back aggressively, tearing apart Hitchins' bravado directly in front of him. He snapped, "You take too many hits. You're not Devin."
There he is! There he is, Low Richard Richardson. Don't creep past me. I've been looking for you.
It's a bounty on the Haney.
I've been looking for you.
It's a bounty on the Haney.
Listen, I didn't call Peter Conley.
No,
I didn't win it. Oh, Key. Listen, Peter, Key, I didn't call this whole family. I didn't call not only him, I called Eddie Hearn, I called him, I call cigar talk. I've been looking for
the
you.
man himself, though. So what we gonna do? We gonna do that 47.
Don't you start stuttering.
Because look,
don't you start stuttering.
47, but y'all don't got a belt. And Devin say he can stay with 140.
Don't
so
put your hands on me
so
because Devin gonna be upset. Huh?
They already trying to duck the smoke. They already trying to duck the
he said he was gonna come up. He said he was looking for it. Devin, I can come back home. I found him. And he...
This scene made everything clear. It demonstrated that the Haneys feel no fear toward Hitchins. They just don't hold him in regard. Bill's words weren't questioning courage. They targeted technique. By saying Hitchins absorbs too many punches, he was challenging Hitchins' core boxing skills. It was a straightforward put-down. To them, Hitchins comes across as careless, a fighter leaning on raw athleticism instead of refined technique. That altercation on the sidewalk confirmed that this conflict runs deep, involving the whole Haney family, not only Devin.
He got hit with hella shit, though, by George. And it was a good fight, man. I enjoyed it.
Definitely, but is Devin next? Will Devin entertaining now?
He is not trying to see Devin with that. I told him he made the honorable mention. Hear me?
Hey, Bill, you said if he looks good, he might be able to.
He might be able to make the list, right?
Did he make it?
Listen, it's close. It looked good. Congratulations to him. You know what I'm saying? And it's still Devin Haney versus everybody. Listen, and let me tell you, shout out to George Kambosos and their team because he put up a hell of a fight. And he showed that, you know, he's definitely not Devin Haney. We see that Richard Hitchins is not Devin Haney because he got hit a whole fucking lot. He got hit a whole fucking lot. But he got hit a whole fucking lot. That's what he got hit. And listen, and let me tell you this: if we don't want to get hit, we don't get hit. Period. Hey Bill. Hey Bill.
That's it. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
For Devin Haney, this whole dispute looks like nothing more than a lower-tier fighter scrambling for a paycheck. Haney holds the top spot. He owns the titles, the earnings, and the reputation. In his eyes, Hitchins is chasing attention, leveraging the Haney name to create a profile that his own in-ring skills couldn't achieve on their own. In boxing, this approach is familiar. If a contender can't earn a fight through skill, they try to provoke the champion instead. They attack his ego, stir up sparring rumors, and hope the champ reacts. But Haney doesn't fall for it. He understands that any attention is exactly what Hitchins is after. That's what made the Liam Pyro tape leak so clever. It highlighted the difference in ability without handing Hitchins the recognition of a direct response. Haney is thinking strategically, keeping his opponent off balance while subtly ridiculing him, controlling the narrative without feeding into the bait.
Matias that's a big risk but a big reward. After if you beat Matias, bro, you talking Devin fight. Like Devin, the Devin fight is right after that.
Definitely, the boxing world is gonna give my respect. Everybody's gonna give my respect, but I feel like, yeah, it's gonna land me a Devin fight. But me beating Devin, that's gonna be like everybody, the game. Tank fucking around, be salty at me that I beat him. Like fuck, everybody gonna be mad. You know what I'm saying? You beat Matias, it's like it's more like shoot. Somebody got him out of there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
But you beat Devin, that's gonna be major. Like, and I feel like. I want to stamp myself.
So, what does all this add up to? There's a viral story about a knockout that never actually happened, a leaked clip that embarrasses a shared opponent, a street confrontation in New York, and an unverified tale of a gym beating. It's chaotic, yet it's arguably the most captivating drama in boxing right now. The truth probably lies somewhere between the extremes. Did Hitchins have a strong session in the gym years back? Possibly. Everyone has off and on days, even top fighters. But did he completely outclass Haney in a way that shapes their legacies? That's doubtful. Devin Haney has consistently progressed with each fight, evolving into a defensive powerhouse, while Hitchins is still working to reach that same elite tier.
Put a poll out, a glaring and whopping 63% want Hitchins versus Haney over Hitchins versus Teofimo Lopez. Let me tell you what that means. The perception of Haney, like I said, isn't what the few are trying to say. Haney ran against Ramirez, but he's not a runner. I kept saying this while everybody kept saying showbiz. You're attacking Haney and I'm attacking running, but I told y'all he only did that once. He ran, yes, against Ramirez. But Rigondeaux is a runner. William Skull was a runner when we looked him up and we know who he was. But Haney ran against Ramirez, but he's not a runner, bro.
Only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
The only way to put this gym legend to rest is to get a contract signed. No more leaks, no more stories about female witnesses, and no more shouting matches on the streets. They have to step into the ring, lace up the gloves, and let the world witness who truly dominates. Until that moment comes, consider this. Do you side with the hungry challenger with a tale to sell, or the reigning champion grounded in reality? In boxing, the truth is often the first thing to go down. But we want to hear from you. Who would come out on top between Richardson Hitchins and Devin Haney? Should these two settle it in the ring in 2026? Drop your thoughts in the comments. That wraps up today's video. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future uploads. Share your opinions below, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.